Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and today is Monday, so that means it must be another episode of me following along with the collaboration between Miss Paintalot and Kyung Shotwell. They're page by page. Now, I am not part of the collaboration. I just thought it would be fun to follow along, and as you know, if I do it, I video it. So here we are, and today we are on page 5. So the prompt for today is turquoise and gold, and so hopefully I'm doing something I've never done before, so hopefully it'll work out. It's not complicated, but it should be fun. So let's take a quick look. This is page 1 that we did, which was stencil, and we used not modeling paste, but the other stuff, you know. And a stencil to create this, and then we colored the roses in with watercolor. Then on this page was garden, and I digitally created this except for some of the extra butterflies that we put on ourselves, and I fussy cut out doubles of several of the items on the page and offset it a little bit so it looked like a little bit of a shadow, or gave it a little bit of depth. It's hard to see it on the camera. Page 3 was our numbers page, and we had all of the gears falling out of our clock, and we have our pendant that fell out as well. Pendant. Yeah. Then on page 4 was black and white, and since it was Halloween, the Saturday that they published theirs was the day before Halloween, so I went ahead and went with a Halloween theme, and we have a Halloween poem held in by 2 doilies. Very simple but fun page to do. So now we're on page 5, and I haven't inked this page at all. I don't have turquoise, and I was going to spray it with the gold spray that I have that I custom made, which is what I sprayed this paper, coffee dyed paper, with to make it gold, but then I decided not to, and I decided to leave it white. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side for now, and what we're going to make is a top tuck and a writing card. So our base page is turquoise, of course, and I like this because it has this little detail to it. It isn't just a solid color. And then for the gold, there's several things we're going to use. We have gold paper. It may just look coffee stained on camera, but I sprayed it with my acrylic paint spray that I made in my kitchen that I Frankensteined up. And then I put my thumb in it, so we're going to cover that, don't worry. And then we're going to use this for the writing card because it has turquoise and gold butterflies on it. So I'm going all out. And you know what? At first I thought this was turquoise, but now I think it's blue. So I'm going to set that to the side. So we're not going to use that. I'll put a fussy cut butterfly on. After we film, I'll go through my butterfly box and find one that's either gold or turquoise. So now, in addition to that, we have a gold paper clip. And we have some ribbon that has some gold in the ribbon itself. I don't know what it is, but glitter or something. All right. And as if that wasn't enough, we have a golden ink, which is called Wild Honey. And the couple of things we are going to ink, we will ink with that. Okay. We also have a corner rounder. We have our glue, paper trimmer, and cream paper for the writing card, and of course scissors and our trusty rusty pencil. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to set this to the side for right now. We're going to do this last. Let's just hook the paper clip on there and set it over there. And we might what to do. Let's do our top tuck for now. We're not going to need this right at the moment either. So the easiest way to get this to fold in 4 equal sections is to just fold it in half. Make sure it's straight. Fold it in half. And then fold it in half again. And now that we have the what would be score lines, let's score it and make them official score lines. Now we can fold it whichever way we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where this pulls down. Okay, and I want this to be at the top up here. So I want this to fold like this. Come here, you fold. Maybe we could use this as the decoration part. Yeah, that would work just as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to glue this part to the page. We're going to fold these up like this, and then we're going to decorate this. Okay, oops, I think I just made it crooked and it was straight. Well, this is going to get covered by a card, but we don't want all the others to be crooked. I should have rescored it because some of the folds are the opposite way now. Be a little gentler on this thin paper. This is just typewriter paper that I coffee dyed, and then I sprayed it. Okay, so you'll see the reason that we have the paper clip is that the paper wants to stay like this. So the first thing we're going to do, I think we will, should we ink this or should we just leave it gold coffee dyed? I think we should just leave it gold coffee dyed. Okay, but we are going to decorate this bottom square right here. So let's measure some of this to go on here. We want it to be a little bit bigger than the paper. Or do I want it to be the exact same size? Let's make it the exact same size. So let's mark this. Get out the trusty rusty. And I have a backup trusty rusty because this one's eraser's almost gone, and believe it or not, you cannot buy refill erasers for this. I think I've griped about that before. That might have been in Kyung and I's page by page series. Okay, so we're gonna cut this all the way down, and we're gonna use this part over here that's left to make our writing card out of. That's why we're going to decorate this bottom piece as well. Kind of set it aside a little bit, or apart, I mean. That's going to be our writing card, or part of it anyway. Okay, now let's cut a piece this wide. What am I doing? Instead of turning the paper sideways, I turn the trimmer sideways. Not sure that's the way to go. Okay, so this should fit right over this. Yep. So now we will edge that. This is a scrap, so we'll hold on to that. We'll hold on to it for our collage if we don't use it. Wild honey. Doesn't look very gold, does it? But it is. This is the color. That didn't take long, did it? This is like the other new large one that I have, and it has such a large pad. There's a lot of ink in there, so you have to be a little careful. All right, so now we're going to cover up where I put my thumb. I just thinned my glue, so let's try and be careful. In fact, let's put the glue on here. That way, if the card goes a little bit over, we won't have glued past our paper. Okay. Now we want to make sure that it's going to face the right way. I have gold dust on my fingers from the paper. Okay. Okay, and now you'll notice that Fabri-Tac does not wrinkle typing paper. All right, so we're going to fold it up like this, and we're going to go ahead and glue it on our page. We're going to want it to be central and at the top, and we only want to glue 3 sides. So let's mark this side as the side we don't want to glue. Otherwise, we won't be able to tuck up underneath it. In fact, we only want to glue the top, or we won't be able to slide up under it at all, will we? So let's glue the top. Oh, actually we will. We want it to be glued on securely. So we could actually glue all 4 sides, and then we'll tuck up under behind. So let's glue all 4 sides. I've changed my mind. But we still have marked the top. Butterflies actually are in a directional pattern. So we want to make sure that we get everything in the right direction. Okay, this is the bottom of our paper, and these are our butterflies going this way. So let's get it right up close to the top, and let's get it in the center. That looks pretty good. That's pretty. Okay. So we're done with that, actually. Ta-da! And it pulls down like this and reveals a large writing area here. Or we can go here and you'll have all 4 lengths. Okay? Like this. And of course our paper clip's going to hold it shut, and that's going to allow it to be a tuck spot. Okay, so now let's decide how big we want to make our writing card. I think that we should maybe have used something different for the writing card, but I've decided now, so we're going to go with it. That's a whole flock of flutterbys. A whole flutter of flutterbys. That's what I like to call them. So let's make our writing card wider, but yet with a edge of blue, turquoise around the edge. And this one is going to be a little bit different. The butterfly part is going to be larger than the cream, so the cream is not going to border. You know what though? Maybe we should. I was going to do it the other way around so that the writing part had a, look at that. They're supposed to be the same way, but they're not. They're opposite. Huh. Who knew? Anyway, we're going to cover one side. So let's mark this our top. And so we'll cover this side. What I want to do is I want to make the cream colored a little bit smaller so that we have the butterfly border. Okay, so let's put this inside a little bit. Whoops, let's move this out of the way. Let's make our border. Now if I decide to, I can spray this with a little bit of the gold. Afterwards. I think maybe I might have a butterfly stamp, and I may put you on hold and look for it. We could make a gold butterfly stamp on here. Okay, so that's our width. And this is going to be our length. Then we're going to round all the corners. And then we're going to ink, and you know, I guess we have to ink the card too because we inked this. I'm not super wild about the color combination once I saw the ink on the paper. But we've already done it on here, so we need to do it on here and on here. Okay, so let's round the corners. When I put you on hold, to look for the butterfly stamp. If not, we'll do the handy dandy stencil. The only one I have of flowers is my handy dandy rose one as well. Maybe we can just find a pattern. Okay, and the reason you do them separate is that once you glue them together, and then try to round them, then the cream part won't be rounded because it'll be too far in. Okay, so now we marked this as the top, so we'll keep that in mind. And we're done with this. Okay, let's start inking. Wonder how much ink I still have left. We're not antiquing this, so we don't necessarily want to, you know, go in on the corners. We just want it to be gold. Okay. Doesn't look, it looks a little more brown against the cream colored paper, doesn't it? And I'm inking on the side that we marked as top. And then we'll have to ink on the other side as well. This is the only part that we'll see on both sides. Thought I already did that part. Okay. This page is going quicker than I thought. Okay. You want to glue to the side that we marked top. It doesn't really matter. We could have just flipped it around. It's not like this is directional. However, it will be once we put decoration on it. So we'll have to make sure that we keep track of the top and the bottom. Now we're going to put the glue on the back side. This glue should run fairly quickly. I did thin it. Here we go. My glue is going to be here this afternoon. Or maybe late this morning, depending. I'll have to be sure to try to go get it right when the mailman comes too, because it's very cold out here in Seattle. I heard someone outside scraping their car windows. So let's lay this on here. Gonna have to slide it this way. There's a nice large writing space, plus our hidden writing space. And you can see now at this point, we can't possibly slide it up under there. Oh, look who didn't take into account for the difference right there. Well, that would be me. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to cut the top and the bottom, and we'll have to cut it enough that the corners are taken off and it won't be rounded. We'll do that for this video, and then I will make another card so that it can be rounded. I can't believe I didn't think of that. I should have stuck the paper up under there when I measured for the size. Here I was talking about nice and easy page, but I want to be able to show you how it works in the end. So John dies in the end. That's how it ends. So it's not going to look right, but it will fit. I wonder, just for the video purposes, oh, I technically cut the bottom off. I could round it for the photo, because it would round the butterfly part. Okay, now in this case, it did brown the cream a little bit, but you'll notice, see, there's no border, and it doesn't look nice. So we're going to hide this. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, so now this technically goes up under here. Actually, that's about the right size, isn't it? Look at that. Look how much I had to cut off. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The butterfly lines right up. Oh, that's too bad that that doesn't work, because that is never going to happen again. Look at that in the yellow one. If I could move it this way just a little bit more, the blue one would line up. There we go. But then that isn't exactly in the middle. But look at that. What are the odds of that? I have no idea what the odds are. Well, the odds are once in every, what, couple of inches? Anyway, so now we're going to make the paper clip. I'm very disappointed in myself. That was a very, very easy thing, and I made such a simple mistake. Better me than you, huh? All right, we're going to just tie this on the paper clip. So let's just get enough to tie a little bow on here. Let's put the cover on our glue, or to tie a little knot. So we're going to thread this through, and then we're simply going to tie it. I don't have any more of this paper printed out, or I would do it again. It would kind of be boring on camera for you to watch me to do the same thing twice. Well, not the same thing, because the next time I'm going to measure better. Okay, and then we're going to tie one more. There we go. Now it's a little big because I tied one side one way and one side the other way to try to even out the ends, which I didn't really do. You need to kind of try to open this end up. Okay. I don't really want to cut this because this side looks so nice, you know, and so then what happens is you put the paper clip on, and it holds the card to the tuck. There we go. And then our bow sticks out like that. Okay? So that's what our page looks like. What happens is you take the clip out. This opens down into your writing space and opens up into your writing space. Then when you open it up, take your card out, and you have your card with a large amount of writing space on it. Okay? Okay. So now all we have left to do, let's close this back up, is to glue this into our book. Since this part is correct, we will go ahead and glue it, and then I will make a new one of these off camera. And it doesn't matter what side the paper clip goes in on, it's just that this page of the book opens to this side, so we need to put the paper clip on that side. Here, page 5. And you see, I think that looks better with just the white. You know, let me go ahead and put you on hold anyway for just 1 second. Okay, we're back. As you can see, we have a new writing card. I decided to go ahead and fix the card because I wanted you to see how it was going to look at the end. I found the coordinating paper, believe it or not. I couldn't find it in my computer, but then it took me forever. And that's why you were on hold for so long. Did you realize? Anyway, and so once we put this card in, then you'll see that the blue butterflies match up and that the card is there like that. So then you'll be able to write on it this way. You'll be able to write this way all the way up. you'll be able to write on the back of the card. I found a butterfly stamp. Not the best stamp in the world. I wasn't real pleased with it, but it's a butterfly stamp. It was one that I had. And then you can, of course, write on the paper itself. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead, and then, of course, we have our clip. That's going to hold the whole thing together. It's going to hold it from this side. And so we're going to set the ink and the ribbon and stuff aside. And our old card, which I now think is ugly. And we're going to glue this to our page. So let's set these two up here. Let's turn this over. I think you guys are much happier with this page as well with the new card. It's a little more delicate looking, and it doesn't duplicate the top. And I couldn't find the page earlier, so that's why I had just printed out the butterflies. And I didn't realize I was in the right folder on my computer. I just totally missed that that page was on there. All I saw was that butterfly page. You know what I mean? And then I had printed it out, and we used it for both the top and the card. Then when I went back to look, I couldn't find it. And then I finally found it, and when I found the butterfly thing to make a new card, then I found this other card instead, which was also in the folder. So this goes on here. Oops. Like so. Let's smush it around a little bit until we get it right where we want it. There we go. And we've got our gold paper. Remember, I sprayed all this and now it's a shimmery gold. We have our beautiful writing card. Goes up in here, like so. Then the whole thing is held in with a paper clip. Now we can clip it from the top. We can clip it from the side. I think we'll do it from the top for right now. And have the ribbon hang down. I may have to tie it one more time. I don't know if I have enough ribbon. But, so we'll have that hanging down. Supposedly, maybe that's why we had it from the side. If we do it from the side, yeah, then the ribbons hang down. So let's do it that way. And so that's our page right there. Much better, much prettier, much more delicate. Okay, so we've got our turquoise and gold page, and that's going to be the end of this video, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Alrighty, bye-bye.